Yule log, day after Christmas, the same day we did a video this morning, yeah, and here we are. I don't know, 8 hours later. I don't know what time we videoed this. It doesn't matter. How do you feel? Had a very hard day because, of course, I didn't always listen to John, and I was very hyperactive, even in my uh, extreme disabled state. And I only end up hurting myself when I'm like that. So John finally calmed me down long enough. See, I have anxiety. If I'm not doing, I feel like I'm gonna be punished or something. And I just like, I don't know. I don't know. I do. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but I told you to hang in there. And it's only it's not even New Year's yet. We have this whole week we're doing some really heavy healing work, you and me. And I'm telling you, I'm right there with you. I'm going through what you're going through. All right. Thank you, John. Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're making this mission possible for both of us. Without you, I'm rudderless. Oh, well, when I couldn't be actively helping you or feel actively helping you before we connected, there's no worse feeling. I felt like a useless ball bearing spinning around in the great machine. Oh, aren't you poetic? You're so poetic in your melancholy and angst. Who can I talk to if I can't talk to you? Nobody talks to me the way you do. Nobody. It's you I need. That is nice to hear from a mighty soul like yourself, John. Now listen. So we're watching this movie about John, starring Johnny Depp, called The Professor. We've watched some great movies in the last 2 days. John hooked us 222. John hooked a sister up, yeah, with some awesome fucking movies. And we've been posting them all on our Quora movie page, so you got to go over there because I can't remember them all right now. But we've been binge watching wonderful indie films that are out this holiday season. And now we are watching, starring Johnny Depp, The Professor, about a professor, Johnny Depp, who finds out he only has 6 months to live. He has really bad lung cancer that is spread to his spine. He didn't know he was even sick. He had back pain. And now he's got 6 months to live. Mm-hmm. And he's really changing it up. He's changing up his behavior. He does not want treatment. He wants to just. It kind of reminded me of like Chris's Uncle Bruce. Like, even though he was doing the chemo and stuff, he sort of tried to stuff a lifetime's worth of living into the couple of months he had left. Like, behave or get himself a nice car. Just like spend money that he never would have actually spent, and doing all this in the last 6 months. Uncle Bruce, you're here? Yeah, I'm here. I want to, if you want me to talk on this, I will. All right. I would have done things differently in retrospect. Probably would have got married if I was a braver person. I was not. I was made. I don't know why I was the way I was. I guess there was a lot of psychology wrapped up in it all, but basically, while you're healthy, that's the lesson. You should not be sitting on your ass. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if that's what really makes you happy, then that's what you should be doing. Sitting on your ass watching reruns of Seinfeld, which is what I did. I had a lot of pleasure in my life, but I was very lonely too. So it was two-sided. Everybody has this kind of thing, I think. You talk to other souls when they get over here, and you think they had the most happening lives. You're looking out my window, Bruce. Yeah, I'm just looking around. I remember this apartment so well, but it never looked so great. Thanks, Bruce. Don't worry, Lena, about this museum that you have here. See, hi, John. Hi, Bruce. How you doing? Remember that time in the backyard? John is terrible. You know that that was all bullshit, right, Lynn? Yeah, about in the backyard when John had you dragged away? Yeah. He's such a ball buster. John is the biggest ball buster. But I tell you, when you get your balls busted by John, that is like your Medal of Honor, and you relive it and relive it and relive it because it is the greatest moment. We love him so much, and we love you too. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks a lot. Yeah. How's your brother Ted? He's doing good. He's acclimating. He's fine. I don't know what he's doing. If he's coming back down. I don't know about that. He has a lot of things to sort out, and yeah, he's not ready to talk to you yet. No, it's okay. Yeah, he feels bad about the way he feels like he should have been more proactive in regard to how the family treated you. But then again, that includes his own behavior. He didn't understand the spiritual thing when he was down there. Not really. He sort of did, but he was a naysayer and a skeptic and everything else. And all of that changes when you get over to the other side. So, but I'll tell him you said hi. Yes, absolutely. Tell him I said hi. And he knows Christopher thinks about him all the time. Chris's dad was really his best friend. And Bruce, you were really his best friend too. You're his best friend. I know that. I want to cry again. I feel like I've been crying all day. I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I don't like that. All right. Put the camera sideways so you're not so hurting your arm. All you do is care about me. Well, you don't have to sound so aggravated about it. Some people just wanted to say hello, and then Karen's here too. Hi, Karen. I'm so happy that you're in touch with my son, and I know that it means a lot to him, and he needs you right now. And I'm just so happy that you got to speak with him, and I hope he stays in touch with you because I know you're a very kind person, Lynn. And I know that meant a lot when you told him that he could call you anytime. Of course. I don't like to think of him feeling so alone in the world. He should move to New York and he should live in the apartment here. I swear to God, that's what he should do. They should just move. The upstairs tenant's not there anymore. Your son should come live here. Christopher could help. Christopher, not just help him, but Christopher loves him, and he's family. He should move into this house, really. But of course, that's probably none of my business. Well, we'll take that under advisement if that's what you want. If it's something that he would want, I mean, I would think that it would be nice to have more family closer together. And he sounds so alone. I don't know. I feel bad. It's funny, he's in the same boat as the tenant that lives upstairs or used to live upstairs. But the tenant that used to live upstairs is now just keeping the place as a storage spot. And he's like living out with his sister on Long Island. So it's like he's not no, but I don't know. That's what I would say. Get your son in here, but it's not my house. Who knows how long this house? But I don't know. I don't know. It's not my family either. Well, it is though. Well, Karen, that's nice of you to say. I want to tell you something too. The last couple of times that we spoke, I was starting to really not feel well, and I went it was a blessing that I went when I did because it was getting bad. But I was always struck by how honest and how real you are, and now I see the full scope of exactly what you've been through, and I have nothing but admiration for you and compassion. And Karen, I have always felt your compassion. I have always felt your compassion. You're a lot like your brother. Both of them. They were always very kind to me. Really. I joke around, but you were all kind to me. Thank you. Well, we wanted to, let Karen and Bruce in and Ted. Ted's milling around here. John's, John's laughing at my father-in-law. What a bunch! I tell you, it's a mess. Listen, yes, Johnny. We actually wanted this to be a special visit with Aunt Karen and the boys because actually you should ask Christopher for those pictures now if he's got them handy. All right, 1 second. All right, that shows you that I'm a wreck. I actually took copies of the pictures of Aunt Karen with Alan, and now I don't know what file I have them in. I have to look. The one I absolutely love of Chris's Aunt Karen and his dad standing at a train station, and it just looks like they look like they're brother and sister, but they look like boyfriend and girlfriend in like an old fashioned movie. And Karen, you were so glamorous, just a very glamorous woman, but wholesome looking and beautiful. And you had your hair just so, and you were so fashionable. And I just was like, I love the look of you, Karen, when you were a young woman. Very, very classy dame. Well, thank you. I don't know if a lot of people felt that way, but I'm sure that they did. I had a knack for not really meeting the right types. I don't know. Yeah, well, I think that happens,
These are
Karen.
memorial pictures of Karen.
Hold on 1 second. All right, look at that. It's Aunt Karen. You lovely woman. This is Christopher's Aunt Karen, and we're talking to her right now. And she's just saying so many nice things to me. So, how did you? As long as we're talking, hey, I like these visits with non-celebrities. Because they're, to me, you guys are celebrities too. At this, once you've crossed over, it's like, okay, you're a celebrity now. Does that? Hi, hello, Christopher. How are you? So, you guys, the way you and Lena help each other, it's very admirable. Thank you, Karen. Now, I always, Christopher knows that I always am thinking of him, and he knows that, so it's not necessary that we have a big conversation. Right now, you wanted to ask me what it felt like to cross over, right? It was very peaceful. It really was. It was peaceful, and I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, I'm not saying this for any reason that anyone should be. Everyone has their own thing, and I love my children, right? I know that you do. I loved and always loved my children, but Lena, you chose not to have children in this lifetime. You did the right thing. You I spent my entire life worrying about those children. And I am over here and all I do is worry about them still. And that's the thing. Once you have children, that's what I mean, to me, to me. Yes, Karen, to you. That's who we're talking. This is Karen. This is how she'll talk at you. Yeah. To me, I mean, there is no you can't duplicate the experience of having children in a lifetime. And I know now that in many lifetimes I've been a mother and a matriarch and yeah, you know that we all have different lives and we've all experienced. But I've also experienced lifetimes where I have had no biological children and I have adopted, and we all do all different things, right? But you were made to feel by your family, and I know certainly by other people as well, not just your biological family. You were really made to feel ostracized and like you were less than a, not even less than a woman. You were made to feel like you were less than a human being for choosing to live your life on your own terms. And there is nothing worse than conditional so called love. Loving someone only if, or loving a child only if they want you to behave a certain way, only if they give you grandchildren, only if they get the kind of job you want them to get, etc., etc. So you have had to really, and you always, you let people talk to you and you let them put you down because, I don't know, politeness. You were, you think you were an outspoken person. You think you were a person who always stood up for what you believed in, but your family made you feel absolutely awful for just wanting to be a musician and live freely with the animals that you loved, doing the things that you loved most, going to the country, to your beautiful mountain. You were made to feel that you were an incomplete human being, not living up to what they wanted you to be. And no one should ever do that to their children. And I just want to tell you very simply that I love you. And I love Christopher. And I love my children. And I love everyone. And I guess I just really wanted to come through and say hello and to thank you for your generosity and your sweetness in the last few years of my life. It was always lovely to hear from you. And I hope we'll always be friends. We will, Karen. We are friends. We're sisters. We're whatever. And thank you for caring about my kids, because your prayers will go a long way. They do. Thank you, Aunt Karen. Well, John, yeah. How's your arms? They really, it's the channel, honey. All right, so we're gonna take a break now. Say goodbye to Uncle Bruce. All right, Uncle Bruce, I'll talk to you later. Well, okay, and talk about what it was like to cross over, right? I tell you, it was peaceful, but again, I guess the main thing I wanted to say was the first thing I thought of, no matter, even when I was crossing over, is please God, take care of my children. Where are my children? How are they doing? This is what I'm saying, right? All right. Well, I'm sure God and Mother, yes, are doing everything they can, and I know you. You. Hey, listen. You take care of yourself, and and God and Mother be with you. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You too, Aunt Karen. John, I love you, honey. Let's get going. Praise be God and Mother. They just wanted to say hi, and we'll be back some other time. All right. I love you too. Thanks, Aunt Karen.